Howdy, friends. Uh, Quick question for you. What do you value? What is it that causes you to say this is valuable to me and this isn't? Is it things? Right? We all say it's never things, but we all have those things we value that we probably put a little too much value on. We always like to say, oh, it's clearly people. And we do mean this, but we don't always show it. I'm going to share a little bit of a parable to you today that you know, but it bears repeating, as all parables do. Then he told them a parable. The land of a rich man produced abundantly, and he thought to himself, what should I do? For I have no place to store my crops. And then he said, I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grain and all my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said to him, you fool, this very night your life is being demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be? So it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich toward God. Retirement plans are great. Having a budget, awesome. Taking care of the things down the road that matter is important. But sometimes we get caught up so much in the here and now that I have to get, that we forget about what actually matters. Many of you tell me this with very vast regularity, and I hear it from my parents, I hear it from friends with younger kids. Oh, don't waste this time you have with Hannah, because when it's gone, it's gone. And then I hear the same message, well, if we work harder, we can earn more, not from you all, but just in general. If we do this, we can have this. If we can do this, you can just have this. If you work more hours, you can get more stuff. And at the same time, don't waste that time. This is the question that this parable in the 12th chapter of Luke raises. Is there ever enough? Can you ever have enough? And if so, what's the purpose of having more? We have had some generous folks in the life of this church, time and time again. The other year, we received an endowment that is new to this congregation in the sense we had an endowment, and people have worked their tails off to make sure that that holds. This new one was huge and ridiculous, and we were thought of at the end of their lives. They said, you know what, I built up my barns, I had my stuff, and I can't take it with me. What else can I do with it? And we do the same thing. So I want to encourage you, and if finances is one of the gifts you have, awesome. Share abundantly. If it's time, share abundantly. If it's phone calls, you love to talk to people, do it now. There's no point in waiting and saving and storing for special things and then not ever getting to use it. The reality is, if you ever go in my basement, and I hope you don't ever have to do that, it is a basement from 1900, and I have a beer cellar. Lots and lots of beer in my beer cellar. And it turns out you can age certain beers just like you would wines, and a lot of them get delightfully better over time. The same is also true that some of them don't. And so you might take a very fancy bottle of beer and be so excited to share it and hoard it. Not that I do that, well, maybe a little bit, but nonetheless. And then you open it and you pour it out and you swirl it and you take, oh, it smells like rancid soy sauce because you've taken that good thing and stored it too long and you didn't enjoy it. So my encouragement for you today, enjoy what you have now. Do your saving, but don't hoard. Share it. Give it abundantly. Your time, your treasure, your talent, whatever it may be, because you don't know when the time will come where you can't share it and you cannot take it with you. Have a great day, friends.